sales are growing by 15% a year. So a career in cybersecurity is your passport to success anywhere in the world. Find out more at digitalworld.net.
There are thousands of exciting cybersecurity jobs across Scotland. Entry-level salaries starting at £25k and averaging £51,200. Choose ethical hacking and run controlled cyber attacks. Investigate data breaches and help solve cybercrime. Or what about data security? Identify threats and test for weakness. There's so many exciting careers to choose from. Find yours. Visit digitalworld.net and become a digital human. Are you interested in a career in cybersecurity? Finding your path is much easier than you think. Learn at school in computing science or gain national progression awards. Choose from a range of cyber apprenticeships. Gain qualifications in cyber courses across Scotland. Or learn at entry level and gain experience. There are so many exciting options to choose from. Find your path. Visit digitalworld.net and become a digital human. Cybersecurity is one of the fastest growing industries in Scotland. You can earn an average of £51,200. Fight against cybercrime and work on exciting projects. Problem solve with teams and work on global brands. Good at thinking outside the box or analysing, or seeing things that others can't. Whatever you're good at. Put your skills to good use in a great career. Find your opportunity. Visit digitalworld.net and become a digital human.
What if you could be a cybercrime superhero? In the UK, there's been a 1,000% increase in the number of attacks in just 18 months, and £4.6 billion was lost to hacking last year. So that's where you come in. There are over 12,800 job opportunities in digital technologies in Scotland, many of them in cybersecurity. It's well paid. The average cybersecurity salary in Scotland is £51,200. That's more than double the average salary. UK companies sell cybersecurity worldwide, and sales are growing by 15% a year. So a career in cybersecurity is your passport to success anywhere in the world. Find out more at digitalworld.net.
There are thousands of exciting cybersecurity jobs across Scotland. Entry-level salaries starting at £25k and averaging £51,200. Choose ethical hacking and run controlled cyber attacks. Investigate data breaches and help solve cybercrime. Or what about data security? Identify threats and test for weakness. There's so many exciting careers to choose from. Find yours. Visit digitalworld.net and become a digital human.
Hello and good evening. You're joining us for this very special Cyber Scotland Week version of Cyber Skills Live. Cyber Scotland Week is all about making Scotland a more cyber aware and resilient country. My name's Daniel, I'm an engineer and I'm interested in all things tech and security, and you are about to get hands-on and learn cybersecurity skills in this interactive activity. Our digital world is powered by technology. From exchanging messages to turning on the lights, we rely on tech every day without realising the impact and the power that it has over our lives, and it's super important that we protect that digital world. If you decide to go for a career in cybersecurity, you'd play a really key role in protecting this digital world. And in Scotland, for every 2 job openings in this area, there's only 1 person actively looking. So that means there's a huge opportunity for you to have an interesting career. We need more people with digital skills to help make us more resilient against cyber attacks. I'm coming to you today from my top secret bunker in an undisclosed location somewhere in Glasgow. and it's got a pizza oven in it. And today I can see there's lots of you joining us on the live stream. But it's not just me, I'm here with cyber resilience expert Kirsty. Hey Kirsty, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, thanks Daniel. Happy Cyber Scotland Week everyone, and thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'm delighted to be part of this live lesson this evening. My name is Kirsty. I'm the Cyber Resilience Community Lead at the Scottish Business Resilience Centre. So we work in partnership with Police Scotland and the Scottish Government to help improve organisations' cyber resilience. Now, there really is a wide range of careers available in the cybersecurity industry, and technology skills are really valuable, but it's not just a career for techies. And it's a lot more than just sitting behind a computer. There are jobs in marketing, digital forensics, legal, project management, and more. And it goes across all sectors and skills. So it really is a career option for everyone.
And I can see there's lots of you joining us for this activity. We've got some schools, we've got some colleges, and we've got some other groups that are joining and taking part as well. So let's give a shout out to a few of you, and we'll be giving shout outs all the way through the session tonight. So a big hello to people playing from the University of Guyana. Good evening, or probably good afternoon to you. And also a big hello to Faroya, who are joining in Ireland.
Yeah, and there's more actually, Daniel. We've got Barclays as well. Thank you for joining us. And 121 Glasgow Scouts, thank you for joining us in this session today. So in the meantime, if you'd like to let us know that you're taking part and give us some shout outs on social media, then you can use our handle at Digital World HQ. And we've got some hashtags which are Cyber Skills Live, and the one for Cyber Scotland Week is CSW 2022. So today you're going to become security testers, penetration testers, and ethical hackers. So let's watch the
Nowadays, many shops and companies rely on technology to run their business.
From taking customer orders online, to emailing suppliers, to dealing with other businesses.
We need more cyber security specialists to help defend against cyber criminals.
In this interactive lesson, you'll step into the shoes of a cyber security consultant and help a business test their website security.
Your client is Old Lang Slice, a pizza restaurant in Prestwick. They're about to launch a new website that lets customers make orders online.
And they've asked us to perform an investigation of their website to help spot security issues.
First, you'll investigate the public-facing side of the website. You'll gather intelligence to create a report about the security of their website.
Then, you'll investigate the software and tools the website is using. This will help build up an even better idea of where they might need to improve their security.
Finally, using the intelligence you've gathered, you'll try and find a security vulnerability and use it to break the website.
Old Lang Slice is a fictional pizza company, so you won't actually be breaking or stealing anything, but it will give you an insight into how businesses can protect themselves online from cyber attacks.
Now it's time to start security testing. Follow the instructions and let's see how many security vulnerabilities you can.
So we've been asked by Old Lang Slice to carry out a security assessment or a penetration test of their website. So we're going to come back to those terms in just a bit, but what you need to do now is go to our website, and our website is cyberskillslive.com. Let's bring that up. There we go. So if you go to cyberskillslesson.com on a computer, and then you'll see how to steal a pizza right at the top, you want to click start the activity.
So our goal is to find as many security issues with the Old Lang Slice website and collect them into a report. So you'll be shown a series of questions to answer, and then you'll need to investigate the Old Lang Slice website to find the answers. So once you've got to cyberskillslesson.com, choose how to steal a pizza and then click start the activity. So you will need to have the Old Lang Slice website open at the same time, and there's a button in the first screen of the activity to do that. And it's maybe a good idea to have the Old Lang Slice website open on one tab and then you're reporting.
So Kirsty, this
in
kind of
the other.
test that we're doing this evening, it's called like a passive attack. We're just gathering intelligence or information rather than actively trying to like break the website or hack into it. And sometimes people call this open source intelligence gathering because we're just looking at information. It's freely available. It's already out there. We're not trying to interact or break anything in the process. We're trying to be a bit sneakier. And this is usually the first step in any security test. Our goal is to create a report that's going to tell Auld Lang Syce what problems they might be facing with their website. So every time you submit a piece of intelligence to us, and I can see quite a few are already submitting pieces of intelligence, we're going to add it to our report to give to the pizza shop. Now, Kirsty, why might someone want to do one of these security tests? Like, what's the kind of goal?
So the goal here, Daniel, is to try and find out any security vulnerabilities on the website. What are the sort of flaws on the website? And it's much better for us to find them and point them out to Auld Lang Syce than perhaps a cyber criminal finding them and discovering them. Because sometimes sometimes companies on their websites will reveal more information about their systems than they actually realise.
Makes a lot of sense, because you don't want the cyber criminals to be the first ones that find these issues, that find the flaws. Like, you don't want to learn you've got a vulnerability after you've been hacked. You want to find them and then fix them before the cyber criminals come across them. I guess it's a wee bit like a race. So the types of things that we're looking at just now, we're looking for things like telephone numbers, staff names, addresses. All of this to me just seems like stuff that you'd normally expect to see on a website. Like, why are these security issues, or why are we even putting them in the report?
Yeah, so there's a type of cybercrime which is known as social engineering. And that's where criminals will try and trick you into doing something for them or revealing certain information. And it's much easier for a criminal to try and exploit us as humans than trying to hack the systems and machines. So for example, on the website, if you knew when the opening times are of the shop, when the shop is open, what else might that tell you? Well, it's also going to tell you when the shop is closed and when there's maybe no staff around. So that could be something that could be exploited by a criminal. So sometimes they'll try and pretend to be people that they're not. So having information on the website like staff names or company information, they could try and use that to sort of build up the picture and trick you into thinking that they're someone that they're not, maybe someone in the staff, for example. But there's, companies can decide whether they want to have that information on their website. It's all risk assessment based at the moment, so it's not for us to say what's right or what's wrong for them to include on it. We just need to gather the information and put that in the report so that we can tell Auld Lang Syce.
Kirsty, I'm already imagining all the types of social engineering attacks people could do with this information that's on the website. So I can see here that Craig, who's at Bucksburn Academy, has found the number of the customer care team, and Israel has found the name of the general manager of the pizza shop, and Annabelle has found the company that processes the credit card transactions. So I'm just imagining someone could call that customer care number, say that Annabelle's told them to get in touch about a new contract or a new replacement for WorldPay or something like that. I don't know, it feels like it could be so much more realistic if you have some insider knowledge, but I suppose it's not insider knowledge in this case if it's already on the website.
That's right. It's easier for them to find information if it's right there on the website. But these are things that real cyber criminals will do. They usually pretend to be people that they're not. Sometimes it's like somebody's bank, or sometimes it's the tax office. And the more information that they can gather, then the easier it is for you to try and be tricked. So yeah, well done for all of those people submitting the intelligence for us for this report. So keep going, let's see how much more we can get.
Great job. And I can see more of you are
far.
Just coming online or just joining us just now. So if you are just joining us, what you have to do is you have to head to our website, which is cyberskillslesson.com, and if you head there on your computer, you'll then be able to start the activity, and it's how to steal a pizza. So a big hello to Charlie and Claire who have just joined. So it looks like we've got lots of people joining from Ireland there, Daniel. That's great. So thank you for joining us.
Make sure to submit the answers for a report on the How to Steal a Pizza lesson. Thank you.
At the start, you would have had to have chosen an avatar, and those avatars are going to appear at the bottom of the screen. So, watch out for your avatar appearing, and we'll be giving out some shout outs as well. Kirsty, I'm just having a look at the kind of things that people have been submitting to put in the report, and the company that designed the website, that's another one of the kind of bits of information to put in the report. And I can see here that Craig has managed to find that, Annabelle has managed to find that, Israel has managed to find that. So really good job at collecting this information. The report's starting to get quite chunky already, I think, Kirsty. I think we're going to need to put some more bits of paper in the printer.
Yeah, lots of pieces of intelligence coming through for sure. So well done to Zach as well. He managed to get how pizzas are listed on the website as well. And I can see some people here that are telling us what their favourite pizza is actually as well. What's the most delicious one on the website?
What one would you choose, Kirsty?
To be fair, I like all kinds of pizza. I usually go for one that is got the pineapple on it, which I know can be controversial.
Bit of acidity.
But I do like that one.
That Craig
Yeah.
would choose the veggie special pizza. Do I think that's a really good choice, Craig. I'd probably go for that one. Or maybe I'd go for the
yeah,
is it the garden
party
choice. That's also there. Bob has gone for chicken chaos, Kirsty.
That sounds a good one as well, to be fair. I like the sound of that one. Yep, and we've got some more people here that are submitting what the postcode is for the company headquarters, so that's good. Thank you for sending that intelligence. We'll make sure to add that one to the report. You've got that one right.
I can see a few of you are still just joining just now. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything. There's still plenty of time to answer the different questions. So just make sure you've got the Old Lang Slice website open. A tip that Kirsty had was have that open in one tab or in one window, and then keep the kind of page with all the questions open in another tab, and you're going to have to find the bits of information so we can do a security test. And the type of security test that we're doing at the moment is basically our passive test. We're just looking at information that's on the website. So keep reading the instructions and keep answering the questions, and we're going to keep collecting that information to put into our report. Kirsty, I can see that there's a few people who are getting some maybe questions wrong, or it's saying that it's not quite right. And I think it looks like you basically got the right answer. So double check your spelling or double check the formatting. We're really particular in our report. We have to report it in a certain way. It's got to go into the software that only recognize things like dates in a very specific format. So, if it's asking for date, month, year, like make sure you got the right number of digits between your slashes. Kirsty, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to give everyone a couple more minutes to work through these questions, and let's check our live stream of the pizza oven. Well, Kirsty, I can see our report is really starting to fill up with bits of information about Old Lang Slice. We've got information about the postcode, the general manager, opening hours. Like you mentioned that, like opening hours are really useful for cybercriminals potentially, you know, like letting them know when they're there. What else have people been finding, Kirsty?
So we've got things like who processes the credit card transactions. I think that's a really interesting one that was being submitted. So thank you to M for submitting that one. You got that one correct. And we've got how many pizzas are on the website, which is always good because I like to have a good choice. And then we've also got the phone number of the customer care team on the website as well. So we've noted that down in the report. So keep submitting those intelligence to us, and thank you so much as well. This is looking really,
there's
really
lots
good.
of really good answers coming through to all these questions. So thanks for submitting them. Like I can see here that Ultan has just found the name of the general manager. Have another closer look for the name of the company that designed the website. Quite often information about who it is that's created a website is right at the bottom of the page, so you might have to scroll down, but I'm sure the company will be listed at the bottom, so take another look.
Well done to Bucksburn Academy. Bucksburn Academy, they're on the screen submitting 10 pieces of intelligence for us, so keep it up, that's it. Keep it going.
Yeah, those 10 pieces of intelligence, they all add up. Like I can see in total we've got hundreds of pieces of intelligence coming through, and we can see them on our screen. We're keeping an eye on them. But we've got some breaking news, Kirsty, in the delicious pizza question. Annabelle loves pepperoni pizza, and so does Ultan, and so does the mysterious Cyber that's joining us this evening. So pepperoni seems to be the most popular one.
Oh.
So I know you maybe would have gone for Hawaiian. I would have gone for one of the veggie ones, but I think we've been outvoted, Kirsty.
So it might be a pepperoni order.
I think it might be. Or maybe we all get to choose our own pizza. Maybe we all get to steal them. Let's see how it goes. But I can see we've gathered lots of this basic intelligence. But I think what we could do now is dig a wee bit deeper. So there's some new questions on their way to you just now, and these are going to get you investigating parts of the website that you wouldn't expect normal users to be able to find. So it's still going to be a passive attack. We're still not trying to break anything. We're not guessing passwords. We're not trying to hack, but we are uncovering more intelligence, more information that we can include in our report. So follow the instructions on screen and keep answering the questions. Kirsty, I can see here that people are having to use a terminal to answer some of these questions. So I can see that we've got some people from Foroya who are looking at finding the IP address of the website, but to find the IP address, they're having to put commands into a terminal. Kirsty, would you be able to tell us a bit more about what a terminal is and why we use it?
Yes, so the terminal on your screen just now it comes up as this big black box in the bottom of your screen. So this is where you would interact with your computer. So this is just another way of getting your computer to do some tasks for you. So rather than the traditional way of using your mouse and clicking open folders, you can type in commands into the terminal and it will do those tasks for you. So this is used by lots of tech workers and lots of cybersecurity experts. They'll use it because sometimes it's a lot quicker to just type in commands than scrolling and looking for different things on your computer and the mouse, certain points. But what's really important, Daniel, about the terminal is the spelling, and that is really important in the terminal because it will only listen to the correct command. So it's very particular if you've missed a full stop or a certain letter. So a really good piece of advice when using the terminal is to paste in your commands. Just copy and paste into the terminal. So on your screen, instead of submitting your answer straight away, you'll need to copy and paste your commands into the terminal to get your answers that you're looking for.
I think that's some really good advice there, Kirsty. Like the terminal is really particular about the commands. Like there's no margin for error. Like if you get a word or you make a spelling mistake or you got like a space in the wrong place, it would just go command not recognized. Or sometimes you get really unlucky and actually you misspell it or you do it a typo in a certain way that actually it runs a completely different command to the one that you originally wanted it to run. Like I'm sure you've never done that, Kirsty, but I do that quite often. I'll make a typo. So
I've definitely made some typos before, but I normally get the error message as opposed to it running different commands. So, yeah, it's really important to be able to just copy and paste them in. It's much easier if you can. And actually, security people do that all the time. Saves them typing.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of different.
I think a lot of people have this kind of expectation that people who work in tech or people who work in cybersecurity, they know all of the hundreds or thousands of terminal commands, but actually I've got a book in my desk that's just like 50 pages of terminal commands. I don't try and remember them. Like that's not useful. There's some that I might only run once or twice a month. There's no point really remembering all those commands. So well done for all of you who are using the terminal. And there's also some other questions that are coming up here around like web addresses. So what people are trying to do is they're trying to find the email login page for the website. So, the people who work at the pizza shop, like where they can access their Old Lang Slice email addresses, where they can read their mail. So normally you want that to be quite hidden. We don't want people to be able to find that logon page. It should only be for staff. But I've heard some rumors that actually they're using a predictable web address for their email. So I think it's something like Old Lang Slice / mail or email or webmail or something like that. So I can see a few of you are trying to figure out what that is just now. So try going to those different web pages and see if you find the email logon page. And if it is, let us know what the web address was. So copy and paste it into the answer field.
Yeah, there's certainly some people working on that at the moment. And from you've definitely got that right there. So well done. Thank you for submitting that one. Claire, maybe you could try another one of your web addresses and see which one will come up to give you that hidden staff login page. Yeah, it's I think you've tried a couple of them, so keep going, and you'll definitely get it when you get to it. Zach, looks like you've got it, so really well done. Thanks for submitting that one to us.
Yeah, really good job. And I can see here that Cyber is also working on that question. So yeah, try out the different things like email.oldlangslice, webmail.oldlangslice, mail, and any of the other kind of common options, and see if any of them work. See if any of them take you to that Outlook page, or Outlook, I think it is actually that Old Lang Slice using. It's a bit of a knockoff.
Yep, there's some people still working on that one as well. We've got Charlie. I think you need to try another web address again. You were close there, but try again, see if you can get the staff login page.
Ultan has managed to find the version of PHP that the website uses. So they've used the terminal and they've run a command that's going to tell them what version it is it's using. And that's some software that's needed to display the website. So it's really important that software is kept up to date. So it's good that we know what version it is, so we can see, are there any vulnerabilities with that version? Does it need to be updated?
You're doing really great. There's lots of pieces of intelligence here being submitted as well. So keep it going. There's ones here, Daniel, that they get asked about the different pizza for next. Is that next month's pizza?
Yeah.
They get to change the address. So similar to like the staff login page, they're changing the web address to find a secret pizza for next month.
Yeah, some people have managed to do like something that's quite sneaky, quite smart. So what they've figured out is they've looked at the pizza of the month web address for this month, for March, and they've noticed that the address has MAR in it, like Mar 2022, and thought, okay, well, if it's Mar for March, what's it going to be for April? Can we find out what the new pizza of the month is going to be almost a month before it's even out? Like, can they find it out? And some of you have managed to find that, so I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, they've used a predictable web address for that as well. It seems like they've been using a lot of predictable web addresses here, Kirsty.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a common thing that people will tend to use, you know, the same sort of URLs. I mean, I've done it similar for a newsletter that I put out each month as well, so it's easy for people to find. But it's happened to, you know, some companies that have like launched product, like, you know, they were going to make some product announcements, you know, and then people have managed to guess what those product announcements are going to be before, and get to the website before it's actually been announced or launched. So that's you've got a story on that, haven't you, Daniel?
Yeah, I remember this happening. Like, this happens to lots of companies, but it happened to Apple, who are normally really secretive about new product announcements. And there was rumors that there was going to be a new iPad. I think it was the iPad Air, and people didn't know what it was going to be called, but they knew it was coming soon. So they went, okay, like, so apple.com/iPad, iPad Max, iPad Pro. No, nothing coming out at that point. And then someone tried iPad Air, and lo and behold, there was like the whole product information page about this new iPad, because they thought, well, no one knows the name of it, so no one's going to guess what it is. But people guessed. People found it. So yeah,
but they got it right. They managed to guess it. That's
yeah, you got to be careful when you make your web addresses.
Yeah. There's a good piece of advice here from Em, and basically the question here was asking, you know, what kind of ways can they keep the website more secure, and they've suggested that they maybe hide some private information. So rather than making the information on the website all visible, maybe keep some of the private stuff hidden. So I think that's a really good piece of advice there, to be given. So we'll definitely add that to the report for our Old Lang Slice website.
Another piece of advice that's been submitted and told us, Ultan said, have less weaknesses in their software. And I suppose that's kind of the purpose of doing this security assessment, is we try and find the weaknesses so that they can then fix those weaknesses. So, you know, you can't fix what you don't know about. So that's why we're doing all of this investigation. I can see as well that quite a few of you are looking for the name of the organization that issued the SSL certificate. Now, Kirsty, that SSL certificate, why does the website need that? What does it do?
So the SSL certificate is basically a way to show that you've got a secure connection, and that the information there is encrypted, which means that nobody can kind of interfere with that connection with the website and the server. So normally websites will have a nice little padlock to show that it's been got that certification that it's an encrypted website.
Okay, so knowing who it was that issued it could be really useful information for a cybercriminal if they want to, you know, like steal that certificate or like create a duplicate or something like that. Or yeah, that makes a lot of sense why we want to know that information.
So Daniel, there was a new Skills Development Scotland and Digital World. They have refreshed some of their guides today. Yeah,
that's right, Kirsty. So yeah, to coincide with Cyber Scotland Week, Skills Development Scotland and Digital World have refreshed and updated their guide to cybersecurity qualifications in Scotland. So this is basically like a big interactive webpage that you can find information about all the different qualifications that you can do in Scotland. And Kirsty, I had a look at it, and did you know that you can gain a qualification in cybersecurity at high school, at college, at university, or even through apprenticeships?
I did know this, but that's because I checked out the guide earlier on the Digital World website. So it's so good that there's so many different options for people to gain qualifications.
Yeah, I think it's a really useful resource. You know, if you want to find out all the different courses across the different types of education, then you can compare, you can find information about them, and there's lots of links where it takes you straight to the web page on the different college or university or different pages. So if you head to the digitalworld.net website, you can use that to find out where your cyber career could begin. But there's lots of really good information on that website about technology jobs in general.
That's true. I think it lists all the cybersecurity jobs that you can get as well. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely recommend having a look at that if you're thinking about going into this area. Kirsty, I think we're going to give people maybe a minute or two to kind of continue on with this section of the investigation before we try and look at some more specific issues. But I just want to give a few bits of advice to those of you playing. So in the terminal, you know that big box where you type in the commands. So when you get told to run a terminal command, you have to copy and paste that into the black box, not into the question field, not into the question box, into the answer one. Put it in the terminal, press enter, and then you'll find the answer to the question somewhere in that output. So have a close look and see if you can find that. So the terminal commands go in the terminal, not in the answer box.
Some good advice there, Daniel. And well done to everybody that's submitting this intelligence through to us. Well done, Annabelle, you've got the SSL certificate, and well done, Charlie, you've also got the PHP number. Try that one, it's coming through. Yep, you've got it, well done.
And Kirsty, I'm having a look at some of the evidence that's been submitted. I'm having a look at our interim report, and something interesting has appeared. I can see that the content management system, the CMS, is something called Weber 4.1. And Kirsty, Weber 4.1 is really old. It's out of date. You know, could that be interesting to cyber criminals if you haven't updated your software recently?
Yeah, absolutely. Cyber criminals will use those weaknesses in the software and apps that are out of date, and will attack them to maybe steal devices or your identity. So it's always important to make sure that the software and apps are up to date, and because updating those devices, they're aimed at trying to secure those weaknesses in the software. So I think we could be testing out this vulnerability, Daniel. Since we know that this one's out of date, let's try and see what we can do with this vulnerability, and we're going to see if we can exploit it.
Yeah, do you know what, Kirsty? I think some people have already managed to exploit this vulnerability, so that suggests to me that this really is a problem, that we're using this old version of Weber. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and take advantage of something called a SQL injection vulnerability. And what that's going to let us do is that's going to let us log in without actually knowing the username and the password for that admin page that you were all finding just a few minutes ago. So, you know, we're going to try and trick the database into thinking that we have the right logon details. And the reason this is possible is because that software is out of date and it's got a vulnerability or a flaw in it that's going to allow attackers to do something potentially bad. You know, it might seem a bit daft that this is possible and that the website allows this, but this is really common with older software like Weber 4.1. So Kirsty, I can see 4 pizzas have been stolen already. How can people sort of do this vulnerability?
Yeah, let's test it out and see what we can do. So we're going to try and trick the database into thinking that we have those login details. So let's perform the SQL injection. So you want to go to the page. It will say the full instructions. So the first thing that we want to do is to go to the admin page using the information on your screen. And then once you're on the admin page, you will have some code that you can copy. So this one starts with the capital select, the word select. So if you want to copy and paste that whole command and enter it into the username field. Now we don't need our password, so we just need to enter that and hit our enter button. And hopefully that should take us to a coupon page that we can use to order ourselves a pizza at a good discount. Daniel, what kind of size of a discount would you give for us?
Do you know what? If I could put in any discount, why wouldn't I put 100%? You know, why, like, if we can
Exactly.
create a coupon code that would be like the full price, let's make it for the full price of the pizza. Let's not pay for the pizza, let's steal the pizza. So, you know, let's see
Yeah,
if it's possible. And I think it is possible. 7 of you have managed to steal one already. You're working really quickly. So yeah, put in that code into the username field, copy and paste it, leave the password field blank, hit enter. I've just tried it out and I'm on
Yeah.
a coupon page now, Kirsty. So yeah, that's where we can put in that discount. So, you know, give it a name like free pizza or something like that, and then type 100 into the discount field. This means you're going to get it for free, and let's see if that works. Will you be able to steal the pizza?
It's amazing that we've got 9 pizzas stolen already. Well done to you that you've managed to do it. Let's see how many we can steal. Let's see if you can get a few more for us. I'm not sure how hungry you are, Daniel, but I think I can get through 10 pizzas.
Or 11 now. Yeah, do you know, what's something from Prestwick Academy that pizza's come from. So have a look on the receipt, see if you can see your group name appearing as they fly past, as these pizzas get stolen. And then another pizza, there goes another one, oh, that direction.
We'll try and catch it next time.
Let's see if we can break the order system. See if we can steal loads of pizzas. If you've already stolen a pizza, see if you can steal another one. See if you can go back and try again. See if you can figure it out. There's another one.
There's another one flying across our screen. This is great. This is really great work. Well done, everybody.
16.
16. The
So
number
keeps going.
keeps coming up.
All these pizzas getting stolen. So yeah, like I can just imagine that, you know, this vulnerability, this could cost the pizza shop a lot of money. Like imagine, you know, people found out that this was possible. You'd be getting so many people stealing pizzas and not paying for them. You know, like this could put them out of business if they didn't fix this cybersecurity flaw. It's not just about, you know, stealing people's personal information. You know, cybercrime takes all different shapes and forms, and I suppose pizza theft could be
It's
one of
another
them.
one to add to the list. Definitely. But we'll definitely need to let Old Lang Slice know about this and make sure that they're keeping their software up to date so that it prevents this happening to them in the future. But yeah, that's really important to make sure that our software and applications are up to date on the latest version. Otherwise, we might lose some pizzas like Old Lang Slice here.
If you are playing along and you're an adult or you've got an adult with you, you could get them to tweet us. So you could tweet your receipt page, you could tweet the kind of report card at the end and let us know how it is you're getting on. So our handle is Digital World HQ and there's some hashtags underneath. Kirsty, who's sadly being covered up by all these receipts that you keep generating receipts and then you keep hiding Kirsty behind them. So it's Cyber Skills Live and CSW 2022 because this is Cyber Scotland Week.
We love to see the pictures on the socials, Dan, don't we? Like to see all the pizzas that are getting stolen.
It's always really cool to see what everyone's doing. Kirsty, this receipt print is getting busy. I can see even more coming through. I can hear a few of you have ordered a few pizzas.
Still doing really well here.
Do you know what? Let's see how many pizzas we can steal. So I can see a few of you have managed to steal like several pizzas. I'm not sure how.
So people have went back for
I
more?
think so. I'm not sure how you do it, but I think some people have figured out the secret. And I suppose that's what happens in cybercrime with these vulnerabilities. Once one person finds it, they spread around really quickly. And that's why it's super important that we, you know, do these security tests, we do these kind of things, and we do it from like an ethical point of view. Is we try and find the bugs so that the criminals don't find them.
Let's see if we can get a few more pizzas. This is amazing. Look at this.
33. Kirsty, do you think Old Lang Slice have... Yeah, I was about to say that, Kirsty, you know. I can see that our players are in all different countries here. So, you know, we've got players in Ireland, England, Guyana. They've got people up north in Scotland. You know, I don't know if their cool bags or their heat bags are going to keep them warm that far.
Yeah, they might need a few extra delivery people to help them out with the travels for this pizza shop.
I know. I hope Old Lang Syne have got a lot of customs forms ready for organic
Yeah.
matter.
Although cold pizza is still, good to eat. Usually, doesn't matter too much. You can always eat it cold. Yes.
Kirsty, do you think we can get to 50 pizzas?
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's see,
try
okay.
it. I think we can get there. I think we can get there. See if you can help us out and try and steal a few more pizzas for us to get to at least 50. If you're a group, work together, try and see how many that you can get. If you're in pairs, see how many you can steal together. Let's see if we can get this number up.
Yeah, we're so close to getting 50 pizzas, Kirsty. Oh, 48. Just 2 more pizzas to go. Can you do it? I know
Who's it
there's
gonna
some of
be?
you that are
Who's
still
gonna
doing
get
it.
us in?
Who's gonna get there? Yeah. Where's the 50th pizza gonna go? Is it a local one? Is it international?
Is it local or is it overseas? Who knows?
There we go, Kirsty. Our 50th pizza has been stolen. 51.
We're past
We
50.
passed
This
it.
is amazing.
52.
This is so good.
53. Hope we got enough
Well,
flour.
I am hungry, so that's good.
Oh, another flurry of orders have just come through, Kirsty. Whoa.
You must have heard this, Daniel. Wow, look at this.
68,
That's a lot of
69.
pizza receipts. No! Whew, this is a lot. This is probably overloading the Old Lang Syne website.
So, Kirsty, all of you playing along have been doing quite a lot of work to steal that pizzas. You know, it wasn't just a case of walking in, picking up the pizza, and then walking out without paying. You've had to work for it. You know, you did some open source intelligence gathering about Old Lang Syne. You know, a bit about the company, like what are their opening hours, who works there, what's their phone number, things like that. And then once you had that basic information, you had a closer look at the website to try and find information that normal users shouldn't be able to find, things like pizza of the month next month, or more seriously, the login page, like the admin page. And you used that admin page to execute a vulnerability, and you discovered that vulnerability with Weber. It was out of date, and used that to bypass the login screen, create coupons for 100% value, and then steal pizzas and make orders. That's really good going. Like, I think that's like, we've done the whole sort of command chain there. We've managed to kind of do a cyber attack. We've created a report. Terrific. Really good job.
Yeah, that was a lot of work. So really, thank you for being part of our security team. We hope that you enjoy those 83 pizzas that they keep counting up. But we do have one last task that we need you to do. And it's important. We would like you to answer some questions about today's event and tell us what you thought.
Yeah, so there's going to be a button on your screen that says give your feedback. Click that and then answer the few questions that will come up on your screen. Let us know what you thought. Kirsty, we're coming to you today via YouTube. What should we tell our viewers?
Yeah. We would love for you to like the video. Why don't you subscribe to our channel, and you can see all of our future activities and events. So that make sure you click that subscribe button.
And if you're an adult, you can tweet us a photo of your report card or of your order, or even like your setup as you're playing today. Let us know at Digital World HQ and use the hashtag Dr. Kirsty, Cyberskills Live, and CSW 2022.
Yes, indeed. We have had so much fun stealing these pizzas with you today. It's been great to see so many of them flying through. But you can also try some of our other cybersecurity activities. We've got lots on our website. We've got ones called Defend Stirling Castle, and we've got our popular How to Rob a Bank. So why don't you go to our website, cyberskillslesson.com, and try out those other activities as well.
I think that's a great idea. If you enjoyed this activity, we've got loads more that you could enjoy. You know, how to rob a bank, how to solve a murder, defend Stirling Castle. Check them out on our website, cyberskillslesson.com. On that side, there we go. But thank you very much for joining us this evening. But, you know, you've stolen your pizzas, they're on their way to you. So I think it's time to say goodbye. So it's bye from Kirsty.
Goodbye.
And it's bye from me as well. Hope to see you next time.